Here we are in Hamburg, Germany. Got a rental car. See if we can find it. Might actually be the first time a cowboy has ever driven a Fiat, but check that out. It's a fucking ragtop. You may be wondering what I'm doing in Germany and why I am alone. Or you're probably thinking there must be a girl. Yeah, he flew there for some German girl. Psh. Okay, so what had happened was I was filming this video. So last summer, I flew home for my uncle's wedding. It was lovely, but that's in a whole other video, so let's fast forward. Well, wait a second. Let's rewind that. Oh, hey, you from out of town? As it turns out, she was from out of town. Hamburg, Germany, in fact. Later that day, I ran into her again, and then 3 weeks later, I landed in Hamburg and Bettina picked me up from the airport. The first day was great. We went to the Altenair Fish Markt. We joined a low-key Oktoberfest. I saw the harbor, saw a real-life U-boat, did a little shopping, saw some German graffiti, saw some dogs playing in the Elbe River, toured the Fensterturm and Hitler's World War II bunker. I mostly kept my camera stored because I wanted to get to know Bettina offline and I wanted to be present. Day 2, she decided to take me to this lovely restaurant called Karmann Restaurant. Lovely place, amazing Portuguese food. Not cheap, it was close to 200 euros. Lovely sidewalk cafe style brunch. We sat right out here in this little area. Lots of people walking by, lots of ambiance. Then I realized we were sitting right across the street from the Rote Flora. Okay, so the music is a bit dramatic. Just go with it. This place is a mess, and it has been since the 80s. Look at the messaging. Riot, burn police cars with Molotov cocktails, anti-capitalista, Nueva Menos, which is an extreme feminist group from Latin America, Kein Mensch ist illegal, no one is illegal, Black Lives Matter, of course, that's an American invention. The Ruta Flora, once a lovely theater hosting local entertainment, has been haven to the extreme leftists since they began illegally occupying this building since the 80s, and there have been countless riots and protests here since. Heute gehören uns die Straßen. Today, the streets are ours, says Danger Dan, Germany's next Eminem with a piano in 2023. Ja, ich sprechen ein wenig Deutsch. 10,000 plus people, no security, no permits, no organization, no insurance, and 2 small bathrooms on the corner next to Merman Restaurant. Nearby businesses closed their doors, some several weeks, awaiting the following cleanup at taxpayer expense. Food, trash, broken windows, and human waste. Promoters of this illegal concert decided they were going to continue squatting in occupation of the Rue de Flora for months after. And then, these folks decide to move in. No electricity, no running water, no shower, no toilets. The sidewalk will do for all of these things. I'm filming this in September 2024, just before the presidential election in the United States, and while I enjoy healthy political debate, I was in Germany to enjoy the sights and get to know my new friend. Things are about to take a sudden turn, perhaps for the worst, or maybe for the best. Tell you what, let's scrap this crummy music and turn it up a little. It turns out Bettina is liberal, extremely liberal.
And not just in bed.
Hey, who said that? Have you wondered why most of the population in these large German cities are so liberal? It's mostly because of this asshole. The liberal political leadership throughout Germany want you to believe that if you are not 100% liberal and supporting everything on agenda, then you must be this guy. Hitler was indeed a terrible human being, and the planet is far better without him on it. Hitler was the last conservative elected into the German presidency. Bettina was very proud of the events at the Rue de Flora and spoke very highly of those crapping on the sidewalks 50 feet away from expensive restaurants. I contemplated the impact on the businesses that had to shut their doors for weeks or had to replace the broken windows. Bettina interrupted because,
"You're an American and probably a Trump supporter, so you don't understand German politics."
I asked her if she could tell me how many political parties currently exist in Germany. She said
4.
The correct answer is 7. The car ride back to Bettina's house was quiet. If only I had privacy glass on my phone, I could begin the process of getting my own car and hotel, or Airbnb, or hostel, or her sister's house. That night, I said Auf Wiedersehen to Bettina and got the fuck out of there. I've never been so excited to be homeless in Germany. Wunderbar. Gehen wir zum Reeperbahn. Now that I have been liberated, I am going to go to a place that I have dreamed about since I was a child. Whoa. And just like that, the Thirsty Cowboy is back in the state of Ohio. just wanted to tell you about my cowboy hat. Cowboy Revolution clothing. I love these hats. Wear one almost every day. Super high quality, super durable. I've worn this thing all over the place. I've taken it to Ireland, taken it to Iceland, Italy. I've taken it to your sister's house. Use my link in the description down below and use my discount code, TheThirstyCowboy, and you will get a 15% discount, at least a 15% discount. Sometimes they run extra specials or throw in extra things for free when you use that code, TheThirstyCowboy. So make sure you check that out. Hey, if not for yourself, the holidays are coming up here. These things make fantastic gifts. Now let's go back to whatever video I was showing you. So I just arrived in Wolfsburg, Germany, about an hour ago, and been out walking around a little bit, and very quiet town here on a Monday evening. A lot of construction going on here. When you're walking around, there's a lot of dark alleys and whatnot, and like that way, for things that would seem unsafe, but I've not seen a single homeless person here. I've seen a lot of people out, kind of walking. I see women walking by themselves, riding bikes. So, must be low crime here, or they're not concerned. This is my hotel, staying at the Inside, it's called. Very, very nice people there, awesome people. And then, that is not the moon. That is actually the Volkswagen factory where Volkswagen Beetle was created. So I'll be touring that tomorrow. Very excited about that. Day 4, I wake up and I can't believe my eyes. I must be fucking dreaming as I look out my window and see the Volkswagen factory, the place where my very first car came from. This car means so much to me because my mother gave it to me, and I really wish that I still had it around, but nowhere near as much as I still wish I had her around. Well, good morning from Wolfsburg, Germany. Got a couple of things on my mind this morning as I get my day going here in Germany. So I did a full video on the Autostadt. You should subscribe to my channel right now and go check it out. It's free. But in the meantime, I'm going to fast forward to a very memorable part of this day. So over here looking at the Lamborghini Countach when I finally spotted it. This is a slightly different model, different year, but 1966 Karmann Ghia, my first car. Definitely not something you'd be driving on the Autobahn per se, but around the beaches of Southern California you would see quite a few of these. Yeah, mine was equipped very different. I had a larger motor in it, different exhaust. I had mine lowered. Mine was my mother's car. So when I see this, it's a wide range of emotions when I see this. As you can see, this day became very emotional for me. My mother lived a pretty simple life, and the only riches she ever cared to hold on to were cultural. At home or abroad, my mother was the type to stop and say hello to complete strangers. She would ask them about themselves, talk with them, learn interesting things about them. If they didn't speak English, she would still try and communicate with them. As a child, this was embarrassing. As an adult, this is now me. My mother was the reason for my first trip to Europe, and today I realize her thirst for culture, friendship, and experiences with humans all across the globe. Well, today, this defines me. My first car was a cool gift, but nowhere near as cool as everything else my mother gave me. Oh, shit. Let's go get tattoos. There it is, the Reichstag. They started building it in 1884, and of course this became headquarters of the Nazis. And in 1933, a major fire there is what would have set in motion everything in history that we know.
American?
Yes,
Where are
sir.
you from?
From Ohio.
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Man, hopefully not underwater though.
Please.
We're praying.
We
That's our whole
live
family.
in Tampa Bay.
In Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's all good. We're too far to help anyway. So.
That's right.
nothing we can do. But
Yeah. Well, best wishes to your family.
Yeah, you
appreciate
as well.
that. God bless.
You guys take care. There was just a hurricane that just passed through Florida, and there's another one that's hitting there now. I'm watching that pretty closely. I have no idea how they identified me as an American. That doesn't make any sense.
Gözlerinde bir huzur, vedalar hep zor gelir. Seninle uçmak isterim ama yollarımız ayrılır. Kollarınla sarıl bana, aşkımız bir rüya gibi. Uyanınca sona erse de yine de ben vazgeçmedim. Gökyüzü karanlık, yıldızlar artık çok uzak. Her nefeste bir veda, bu acı kalbimde son durak. Gökyüzü karanlık, yıldızlar artık çok uzak.
This is what the wall looked like in its original configuration. So now for a brief history lesson here. No time for a history lesson right now. Just go check out my video on the Berlin Wall and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. Tell me you're an American in Germany without telling me you're an American in Germany. Normally when I travel, I refuse to eat anything I can get at home, but I just walked both sides of the Berlin Wall, other side of the river back, covered about 2.5 miles. I got number 69. Took me a little while to figure out why when I loosened the cap, that the cap wouldn't come off. And then I finally realized that they designed their water bottles with caps that don't get lost and they're reusable. They haven't got that in the States yet, so pretty cool.
Raised in the rust, built tough as nails, where the wind cuts sharp and the weak boys bail. I felt the dirt, I've tasted steel, but I ain't never bowed and I never will.
You can count on me when traveling in Germany. Find the only country bar in the entire country. Let's go check it out.
I was built for this, for the blood and sweat, for the long shot odds and the no-name bet, for the nights that burn and the mornings rough, for the pain that pounds but ain't ever enough. Yeah, I'm cut from the grit, from the hammer and hiss. You can't stop what was born for the risk. I'm not just standing, I exist, 'cause I was built for this. Don't need luck when the storm rolls in. I ride that thunder like it's born within. Been down to nothing, still I rose with nothing but truth in my callous soul. Ain't no map for the path I ride, just a six-gear faith and a flame inside. You can count me out, but you'll count wrong. I don't crack, I just get strong. I was built for this. Cause I was built for this.
Schritt zurück, gute Drehung und Cross.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I didn't get a whole lot of footage inside there. I was just trying to be present. It was very interesting. I met a whole bunch of amazing German people here. Obviously, I got a ton of attention in an American Western Saloon in Germany as the only American in the building, but pretty awesome. Got some good video on the dance floor. Yeah, we'll come back and we'll bring some people with. So some of you know I'm a real estate guy, and this particular quaint little palace here, its square footage is approximately really fucking big. Bathrooms, yes, a lot of them. Bedrooms, sure, wherever you like. By my estimation, there's about an acre just sitting right here. All my European friends are like, what's an acre? We'll just say that it's a lot of land. A lot of very interesting art. One thing I noticed about his art collection is there's a lot of titties. I'm okay with titties. Speaking of titties, I did an entire video on the Sanssouci Palace, and that will be coming out soon. So subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss it. Go ahead. Take your picture. Sometimes travel is stressful. Sometimes it can create opportunity. I was flying back to the States from Hamburg with a connecting flight through Frankfurt. Unfortunately, my flight was delayed leaving Hamburg, which made me miss my flight in Frankfurt, and it was the last flight out of the night. So I didn't panic. I just went to the counter, and the fine folks at Lufthansa hooked me up. So I will be spending an extra night in Germany, which is really cool. I got a free hotel, I got free dinner, I got free breakfast tomorrow, I got a ride to the hotel, I got a ride back in the morning. So yeah, free day of vacation. Sucks to not be home. I was really looking forward to getting home to my girl Vala, that is. But she'll have to wait one more night. I'm gonna go out and see what kind of fun I can find in Frankfurt.
The dust is settling, the sun's sitting low, riding that highway, now it's time to go.
Meine Nacht in Frankfurt war wunderbar. I managed to find some Bavarian food, which is not common in northern Germany. I walked the city, I had a couple of Osteiners, and I reflected on my trip. Yes, I came here to Germany for someone. Me.
Let the good times roll, yeah, it's a celebration, feeling free in my soul. Pulling up the driveway, see the lights shine bright. Family and friends, it's a party tonight. Got the grill fired up, smell that barbecue. Laughter in the air, yeah, we're living true blue. Talking about the tales of the road that I rode, but this heart's always home, yeah.